Welcome to video 6 for exercise 5, participles. Participles continue our talk about verbals, words that look like verbs but are being used as another form in the sentence. We talked about gerunds and infinitives in the previous exercise, and in this one we're talking about the third type of verbal, which is called a participle. Participles end in ing and ed. They can look like verbs, but they're acting specifically as adjectives. Adjectives, as you remember, are words that describe or modify a noun. So what we're going to do in these is we're going to underline our subjects and verbs as usual. We're going to eliminate prepositional phrases if we see any. But the thing we really want to practice is finding the participles, putting them in parentheses, and drawing an arrow to the noun they describe. We're going to do the first 4 as examples, and then you can pick 10 of your own to do. So, a growing adolescent needs a nutritious diet. First thing I need to find is the subject and the verb. So who or what is doing the action or is being in this sentence? Well, the only option I see is adolescent. Adolescent must be my subject. What is the adolescent doing or being? The adolescent needs a nutritious diet. That connects adolescent to nutritious diet. So that's my verb. I think I will not worry about linking in action verbs for this one. Let's just concentrate on participles. So in that case, my ing word here, growing. I've already eliminated it, so I know it's not the verb, so it could be a verbal. It's not a gerund, because it's not being used as a noun. It's a participle. It's being used as an adjective, and it's describing the word adolescent. So I'm going to put my parentheses around it and draw the arrow. Number 2. The satisfied customers left the store with their purchases. What is the action or state of being in this sentence that connects the beginning and the end? Well, I see the word left. Who left the store with their purchases? The customers. And the word satisfied is here to describe the customers. So there is my participle, this time ending with an ed. The customers can be described as satisfied. I could have rewritten the sentence, the customers who were satisfied left the store with their purchases. Number 3 set up a little bit differently, so let's take a look at this one. The smell of baking bread filled the house. This can be tricky, because sometimes we want to think that it's the bread that filled the house, but to be entirely accurate, it's the smell of baking bread that filled the house. So smell is the subject, and filled is the verb. So where's my participle? Well, my ing word is baking. What noun is baking describing? What is baking? It's the bread that's baking. Parentheses and an arrow. Number 4. Billowing on the clotheslines, the sheets looked almost ghostly. Well, first of all, I kind of noticed my comma, so I have 2 phrases here. If I look at the first phrase, billowing on the clotheslines, I don't see a subject, so I know my subject must be over here. The sheets looked almost ghostly. Well, what's going on here is the sheets looked ghostly. So this is the verb, and here is the subject. Where's my participle? Well, my only option is billowing. What is billowing? Not the clotheslines. It must be the sheets. Let's see if I can get my arrow to fit. Okay. This can be tricky, so you need to pay attention, right, and really look at what noun the participle is describing or modifying. Would you please pick 10 of your own out of the remaining ones to do? If you need more practice, as always, you can do all of them. You can come check with me for the answer key or for me to do a couple with you. But please take a look at this exercise and practice locating the participle so you don't get it confused with the verb.